Caps Off Blues, your source for all things Everton. I'm Jake Palmerton, I'm here to talk about the news. Came out yesterday that Dominic Calvert-Lewin seems unlikely to sign a new deal at Everton, according to The Athletic. Everton have seen made him an offer, and quite a good one at that, to remain at the club. And it's really interesting, because I think if you'd said to me 12 months ago we'd be fighting to try and get Calvert-Lewin to sign a new deal amid interest from teams who've played, in the Champions League recently and have just won trophies, etc., with United and Newcastle and United seemingly interested in him. I would have thought, wow, what a season he's had last year. And to be fair, that didn't really happen. He did okay. I think he scored 7 goals last season. Obviously, he had a massive goal drought in the middle of the campaign, but finished it relatively strongly. Obviously, it wasn't as if he was banging them in left, right and centre. He scored a penalty against Newcastle, which kind of got things going again. Scored a very opportunistic goal against Burnley, tried to against Liverpool, obviously, most famously. But it wasn't as if he ended the season sort of red hot form in front of goal. But I did think by the end of the season we were seeing the very best of Calvert-Lewin off the ball, or away from goal at the very least. In terms of his hold-up play was terrific. Bringing up players into players, got a terrific assist against Sheffield United towards the end of the season. Well, last game of the season actually, wasn't at home. I thought he played very well at Arsenal. Obviously, in the actual last game of the season, didn't score. I thought he did well there. And so I think it does leave a bit of a sour taste in the mouth that it seems that this is going to be his last season at Everton, unless Everton, of course, either sell him, which looks very possible, or, the goalposts change and he changed his mind. I think, for me, I would definitely take 30 million for him. Absolutely no doubt about it. Take 30 million for any player in the last year to be able to, especially someone who you are sweating over the fitness of every week. And it's going to be a real shame it ends like this, because he has been here for so long now. I think he's been here for 8 years. He's gone through the hope of the Koeman era, the sort of I can't believe this is happening era of Allardyce, the times under Silva and Ancelotti, where obviously scored all those goals, Benitez, Lampard, Dyche. He's been here for a very, very long time, basically, and I feel like there's almost been 2 different clubs in the time since he's been here. Obviously, if he maybe come a season before, that Martinez post-Moyes era feels very different to where we are now. But it'd be a big shame, but for a striker who doesn't score loads of goals, for someone who could, you fear, still break down at any minute. Obviously, I imagine that's probably not going to happen, because other teams are interested, and they probably know that his fitness has been quite good recently, and with another pre-season, no international football or anything in the summer to worry about, he's probably kind of seeing the end of that kind of, he'll play 2 in every 5 games or whatever. He's probably back now to a good level, but I'd be shocked if he plays 35, 36 games next season, no matter who he's playing for. So it's interesting, but I think for that money, if we can get a fee for him, absolutely, I would move him on. I'd be disappointed if he stayed for a season, didn't do great, then moved on a free. That would be a real bad way to end this. And I think if he left with a good fee, he'd leave with the good wishes of a lot of people. And obviously, there's probably plenty of fans out there who are quite happy to see him go, because I say he doesn't score loads of goals. In his current guise, his injury record's been very bad over the last few seasons. We'll see what happens there. In terms of replacements, I've got better there. We've got Chimiti. Will they be trusted to do the job? I'm not sure. I liked some things I've seen from Beto last season, but there's a lot of stuff I saw which is going to need refining, and there are a few things I saw which I just think make me worry it's maybe not quite going to happen for him. But he didn't play loads of minutes last season. He still scored a few goals. I've got loads of faith in him to do that this season. Chimiti looked good in a couple of cameos at the end of the season, but very young. You don't want to give him the full burden. In terms of incoming, Armando Broja is probably the only player we've been properly linked to. We were linked to obviously that Keita, who I think signed for CSKA Moscow the other day. So he's obviously off the list now. I think if we do move Calvert-Lewin on, we definitely need another striker, because we are 1 injury or 1 suspension away from relying on a kid in Chimiti who has shown a couple of good things, but I would probably rather him be out on loan than be Everton's main striker, which could happen, as I say, if Beto were to pick up a knock or worse. Let me know your thoughts down below. Who'd you like to see maybe come in if Dom does decide that he's going to be leaving? if he's not going to sign a new deal, would you rather keep him for a season and just go into the new stadium knowing that we've got a striker there who can hopefully score the goals and put the performances to help keep us up, or would you move him on now for a fee and see if we can replace him? And if so, let me know who you think that should be. So we'll see you next time, and thanks very much for watching. Nice one.